And the farmers here at the museum will tell you that the crop that comes out of the ground is only as good as the seed that goes into it. It's an important concept here, and also for one Oregon family preserving its own heritage, one seed at a time.
Look around on almost any farm and you'll find the soil, sun, and water, which, along with some hard work, help create the food, fiber, and flowers we enjoy. But all of these would not be possible without one critical component: seeds. Packaged with detailed DNA, the essential building blocks of life. Nature has propagated plants successfully since the beginning of time. But today at Triangle Farms in Central Oregon, nature gets a little help. Have you ever wondered how growers develop new varieties of flowers? Well, sometimes it's just by accident. Here at Triangle Farms, owner Kevin Lowe was walking through this field of blue chicory. He stumbled across a pink flower. He selected it and hand-crossed it. And this is the result, a pink chicory plant that the Lowe family hopes will one day be very popular. Working with nature has long been the direction for this seed farming family, and finding the next big thing will enable them to pass the farm on to the 6th generation.
My great-grandfather moved out here in 1902, and my grandfather, he took over and was actually one of the first grass seed farmers in the Willamette Valley. Then my father ran it, and then I took over after my father.
In farming terms, the Lowe's need for seed was mostly about grasses and grains in those days gone by. Grass seed is still a major part of this farming operation, but flowers fit in beautifully and improve crop rotation options.
The flower seed actually works into rotation with us for our seed production, because we can do flower seed and then rotate back into grass seed, and it makes the fields cleaner for the grass seed, makes the fields cleaner for the flower seed.
A clean field, free of those indeterminate seeds, ensures the intended seed product is as pure as possible.
It starts with that good purity standard, so it's keeping the weeds out and keeping the fields clean. You're more reassured that you're probably going to get the crop sold without having quality problems. Once this soil is prepared, then we'll go in and we'll plant it. After that, once it emerges, we'll go through and we'll cultivate it and wait for it to get mature. After it finishes flowering, then we'll have to monitor it real close to decide which way is the best way to harvest it.
How they harvest depends on the crop.
You can either hand harvest, we can swath it, which is where we take a machine and actually make it into windrow. It'll let it dry down for 7 to 10 days, and then we'll run it through a combine like you would for corn or wheat, only it's modified.
After the harvest, a very important phase begins in this farm production process. After all, the end product here isn't hay or flowers. It's what those crops yield: seeds. Triangle Farms will ship 10 million pounds of seeds each year, 8 million in grass seed and 1 million each in vegetables and flowers. So this has got to be one of the most important aspects of the business, if not the most important.
It's where the quality is.
Explain to me, you come in with what, a load of what?
It's a load of harvested seed. It's been ran through a combine. It's thrashed, so now you need to get all the foreign matter out of it, the particulants out of it. We'll start with like a screen machine. After the screen machine, we'll go into a length grader and sort it out there. Then we'll go back to more screens for sizing, and we'll be using positive and negative air. In some cases, we will also use a gravity table, which will sort the seed by the density of the seed.
Everything is screened and processed until the purest seed is distilled. Seed meant for commercial growers gets packed and shipped in a big way. Seed meant for the home grower gets a more personal touch. But seeds are only one part of this Oregon farming operation.
Let's see, Christmas trees, timber, cattle, grain, goats, the flower seed production, the native seed production, turf grass production.
The diversity in the farm is what helps us, is because we have different crops and different things that we can rely on. Things balance each other out. One year the grass will be great, the flowers will be down. The trees may be bad, but something else will be good. So it just depends on We never had everything be bad. How's that?
Never had anything all be good at once either.
But their favorite?
Oh, the flowers are the favorite.
I mean, they're beautiful if you don't get anything out of them. You know?
I always told somebody years ago, they always asked me, they says, well, why do you grow them things? They're just a glorified weed. And I says, well, at least it looks good when I'm going broke.
Tiny yet mighty, these minuscule packages hold the promise of abundant harvests, expansive beauty, and the continuity of a certain way of life.
Farming is not a day-to-day job, it's a lifestyle. And to be able to have your children share that lifestyle with you and your grandchildren and everything else, that in itself is just great. Not everybody can enjoy that.